So just a quick ride demo of this for a customer looking to purchase. Triumph Speed 99955. Ignition is already on and preset. As you can tell, fires straight off the button. And just a quick look around the paintwork and the bike. Obviously single headlight to the front, and then the other one switches on when we come in the main. Some good rubber on the front, and there's some good rubber to the rear. It's running the battle axe on this, the BTO 16s. It's got an aftermarket can on it in carbon, and it's got a stainless system on it as well. So we're just going to take this out, do a quick ride test on it and show the operations. Obviously indicators all correct and working. Has had a full light check on this, and mileage on this 37,958. So we're just going to run this one up and down the road, do a quick ride test on it for the purposes of evaluation. So from the off, my normal 4 tests that I do. First one, coming in hard on the front brake and a hard stop, and as you can see pulls up very quickly on the front brake, and once again coming in on the rear, and that pulls up very quick on that rear brake as well. Good view from the mirrors, excellent riding position. And into second gear, very easy to see the clock on this, currently sitting at 28 miles an hour in the 30 area. We'll take this down the dual carriageway. Obviously it cruises nicely along in second gear, 6-speed box on this one. Pulls down nicely. With that aftermarket can, you do get the pops and bangs. Very nice. Typical triple from Triumph, very sturdy, reliable engine on this one. Has been serviced by our team. So just pulling it down, and then we will be running it down the dual carriageway. Gets up to speed very quickly, which is what we would expect from that big triple cylinder engine. And obviously coming up, my favourite roundabout, where I like to get some lean on the bike and just see what the rubber is like on this one. So just pushing it into that roundabout, and as you can see, that goes over very well on those battle axe tyres. Perfect line coming out the roundabout, and then lay on the power, up into 5th, and finally into 6th gear, sitting a nice 62 on the dual carriageway, and there is still plenty of throttle there to go through, so just under the national speed limit. Quick shoulder check, and we'll just run this back to the garage now. So obviously that aftermarket can, do love the sound of an aftermarket can on a bike with the pops and the bangs. And then once again leaning it over into the roundabout, and my last quick test that I do is get it up to a nice steady speed, take one hand off the bar as you can see, and that runs absolutely straight and true. Does handle very well. Just flicking it through the roundabout, and as you can see, the response off the front end is absolutely gorgeous. Obviously sitting in the 30 mile an hour area, and just working our way back to the garage. First gear, even low speed manoeuvring, pulls lovely at low speed. And the final thing we do, coming back to the garage, we've got a nice big speed bump at the garage, so just flip that through the corner and hard over the speed bump, and as you can see, that suspension just takes up very, very softly, so very, very good. So just pulling back onto the yard, Triumph Speed Triple 955. That was just a quick ride test for the purposes of demonstration to the customer. And we just have one final walk around the bike. As you can tell, currently sitting 74 degrees on the coolant, so it keeps itself nicely cold. Has had new chain on this as well, very, very good condition. Obviously this is a used bike, and I find a couple of things we do. Obviously flick it up into high beam and the opposite light comes on, and the final one, the horn. So all operational. And that is ride test completed on the Triumph Speed Triple 955.